All right, one and all. Welcome to the virtual tabletop Kolbold convention site here. This is Rumblings in the Dark Queen's Lair adventure that was at table 2. And to get started with, I definitely want to throw out a couple mentions right at the beginning, and one being if you guys are into this method and like it, a good society is the Blackmore Society. Very good group with the virtual tabletops. Take a look at them. They have a Facebook site and they also have a website. Then there's also the One Shot group that's working and along with the Kobold Con and helping support it, along with the UAG, which is the Unnamed Adventurers Guild, and the World of Areawood is out here supporting the Kobold Con, I hope that you enjoy your time here at the Kobold Con and look at all the different events there. And there again, it's not exactly like being at a live con, but it's the next best thing for when you can't get there. So we're right here. And what we got going on today with the Rumblings in the Dark Queen's Lair is that we have an adventurer or adventurers that have been out, and their whole mission is to find out what is going on up in the Dark Queen's Lair, because the Unnamed Adventurers Guild thought they had cleared that on out, and there's been rumblings and noises and like that. So they've sent out individuals to scout it out and bring the information on back to PINCUS over at the Unnamed Adventurers Guild in the town of Illumina. And with that, our mighty hero we have today, I'll let him introduce himself to you all, and then we'll start getting into the story. Go ahead.
Hello, yes, my name is Daryl. I am going to be playing Lycos today, Lycos CLTL. He is a human, but he is a warlock of the Celestial Pact. He actually thinks his Pact Boon is his dad, so he thinks he's got a bit of a god for a father. He's a bit on the odd side as a result. Talks to him out in the open. Nobody else can see him, so yeah, he's a bit of a character.
Yeah, great. So here we are. We find Lycos out, and I'll bring up the map here. Give me a second for it to load. And over here on Roll20. And boom. I believe I have that map already loaded in there for our viewers. But you're out in the wilderness going up towards the Dark Queen's Lair. On the map, you can see it right there. You're finding where you find yourself at this moment in time is just at the beginning of those woods right here. Let's see here. Okay. Can I ping it here? Yeah, right about there. So, and it's about midday. Your travels have been fairly uneventful up to this point. It's a little overcast, and it's coming into middle spring time of year. And so you're having a slight mountain breeze that comes across, and you do hear a few of the birds and smaller animals in the woods as far as that. And you know from the map that Pincus gave you at the guild hall about the direction how to get to the Dark Queen's Lair. So, Lycos, how do you want to proceed?
Well, I'll probably be sauntering along because he doesn't really have much of a concept of his own mortality at this time, chatting away to his dad. As he's getting closer to the destination, though, he'll become a little bit more wary and start looking about for signs of danger. Start taking in any evidence of what you might need to defend against. So he's basically scanning the horizon, and he'd probably be going on as well. Well, what do you think we're going to face, Dad? This isn't your ordinary mission, don't forget. Don't be silly. It's not chilly out here. I don't need to put a coat on.
All right. And you're going along talking like that, and and you travel for several hours, and you get about right here towards the end of the wood. We'll hit it again. And for those that may be watching or watch later, and you're hearing some noise as far as that up ahead of you. It sounds like possible footprints, footsteps, and such. So we'll let you go from there.
Right. Well, I will immediately, when I hear this, I will make myself as invisible as possible. I will stealth forward just to see what the noise is before I can see whether it's a threat or a friend or maybe somebody in need.
Okay, give me a stealth roll.
Yeah.
And we'll see.
Ooh, 22.
Okay, great business. Let's see here. And we're going to see here. Maybe I need to enlarge that up for my eyes a little bit. And we'll see what they come up with. Okay, they come up with a 9. So they don't seem to notice you, but you perceive you and like that. And you see two kind of dragon-like characters walking about up ahead of you. And do you speak Draconic?
No, he does not.
Okay, so you can't, you don't understand what they're saying. It sounds like a bunch of hissing, kind of, and like that. And let's see here. And what they, yeah, this one. Just bringing up and looking. And these look unusual for you because they're dressed in leather armor and they have shields, and they look a little more fierce than some other versions of the kobolds that you've seen in the past. They're carrying with them, let's see here, a spear along with the sword. You don't see them carrying the usual sling hanging from their side like you have in the past. And they're heading, and with that, let's see here. I'll show you where they're heading at. They seem to be heading in the direction right here of what you would have on the map and make the judgment of heading up towards where your map says the Dark Queen's Lair is. But give me an insight check.
Okay. Another 22.
Okay. With that high, you can tell from not the language, but the tone of which way they're talking about, that there's an element of disagreement between both of them. And you would say there's an element of large concern in the tones that you're taking as far as what you would take away from it. So Lycos, what are you doing?
Am I right? And I'm going to say, well, what do you think, Dad? They don't look that menacing. Then again, they could be on the other side. Just because the lizard folk doesn't mean we shouldn't kill them. Shh. Right. This is what I'm going to do, Dad. And I'm just going to stand up. I'm going to leave my concealment, and I'm going to say, hi.
Oh, okay. And they jump and turn because they didn't notice you at all. And they're going to go ahead and look, and they're going to holler out at you in common and say, what are you doing here? Why are you around here? Did the master send you?
The master? Who's the master? I might know him by a different name.
Let's see if roll a deception. Let's see. I'll roll insight.
Oh, crikey, I'm doing quite well tonight. 19.
19. Okay. They pause a bit, and they pause a bit and think, and they look back and forth at each other, and they're going to turn to you, and they kind of, you know, the master, the Dark Queen.
Sorry. Yes, of course. Yes, of course you did. Yeah, that's why I'm here. I've been told to report to her at once. The only problem is, though, and I feel a bit embarrassed about saying this, but I think I'm a bit lost. Can you direct me to the lair, please?
They'll say, okay, you can come with us. We're headed that way right now. As far as that, if you would like to travel with us, we may be able to make sure you get there.
Sounds like a plan to me. Thank you very much, gents. Let's go. I've got a couple of questions on the way, if that's all right. I'm fairly new, as you've probably guessed. What's it like working for the master? Is the pay good? Is there any benefits?
And they're going to turn their head and look at you. What do you mean, is the pay good? Are you sure you work for the master? And at that point, they're going to ask you, "What's your name?"
Well, I'm Lycos the Terrible. The feared in many settlements in these parts. That's one of the reasons she wants me to drive out the good people and win the day for darkness and chaos.
Oh man, they just can't catch it. They're all right. They're slow, but they're buying this to the degree. So they're walking on. Pay, they'll say, oh, we make more for her and him than we get in return. Sometimes, but they're scary. They do terrible, awful things. They have our hatchlings and such that they've threatened, but they are powerful. So we like being on a winning side. So, but they threaten. They are kind of threatening. They'll say.
Well, yeah. I mean, I agree there. The what can I say? I'm like you. I might be new, but they scared me into joining, and I'm like I say, I'm terrifying. I'm the thing that most bad things are scared of. So that gives you an idea of how bad they are. So you mentioned a hymn. can only remember her. Probably
Oh,
pushing it now, like.
how could you only remember her? She serves him.
Right. Well,
He is the one with such great powers. He is our God. He is our provider.
right.
He is our world shaker. He is so evil.
Brilliant. I like to be on the evil side, mate.
A hard man he is.
Right.
And dark.
Well, you see, now the reason I wasn't sure about him, you see, is she came to me in dreams by herself. So this is the first time she mentioned to him, obviously, because she serves him, and he is the one that we should all revere. But she came by herself, so that's why I wasn't too sure on that front. But I'm up to speed now, gents. That's brilliant. Let's go and let's go meet the Dark Queen, and let's get this raiding and pillaging and killing and murdering all underway. Let's go have some fun.
Oh, we got a task that we have to do first before we can go back and meet with the Dark Queen. We don't go back to her empty-handed. She put us on a task, and we got to complete it or else.
Well, I tell you what, I feel a burgeoning friendship going on here. So, do you want me to give you a hand?
Well, how can you give us a hand?
Well,
you don't carry. It doesn't look like you carry anything too pointy or sharp.
Oh, I'm full of surprises, me. And I will turn to the side so it doesn't look like I'm being threatening, and I will summon my packed blade into my hand.
Oh, okay. Let's see here. And they are somewhat amazed, but they're not very impressed. She does greater things than that. We've seen stuff like that done before.
Oh, I can well believe she's far better than that. Yes, I'm just saying that for your particular endeavor, I might come in useful.
That you might. As far as that, yes. So, what did she tell you in the dream?
She said I had to report to her at once because she had a very big, grand plan and a very important task for me. But she didn't want to say too much in the dream because you never know who else is listening.
Oh, we've heard of powerful mages and such that do listen in on private thoughts and things. They're rather devious in that way. You can't trust those humans.
No, most humans, you're right. You shouldn't trust them. The magic wielders, the spell slingers, very shifty. Me, though, you're fine with me. Don't you worry about that. I'm thoroughly evil all the way through.
Oh, are you now? Oh, time will tell. Time will tell. And
they will.
And so you're going on. It's getting later into the day. It's about we'll say 5 o'clock, about the time when you hit the Dark Queen's Lair's entrance, a cave entrance that's there, and it's dark there. And they say, "Come on, let's go. We gotta recover it. She won't be happy unless we come back with it. We have to recover it."
Well, let's go get it.
And so they go, oh, damn, don't have that map there. Give me 1 second. No, you'll go into this cave entrance and such. And let's see. Where is that? Let me get out of there. There. Let's get out of there. And I need go here. Let me bring up this, find this cave entrance. I'll put my eyes on here. Sorry about that, folks. I thought I had that one already put in there. Ah, there we go. And let's see here. I found it anyways, but yeah. Right, where is this thing? Okay, I'll do it this way. I know there's more than one way to do this. And here we go. I'll take this. And, oh shoot, all over the place. Okay. But the cave entrance is about 60 foot wide, about 40 foot tall and such. Ready? What is that? I will. Oh. And it goes back probably about 40 feet or so, and it's dark inside the cave. Do you have any light or any way to see in the dark, like dark vision or such there, Lycos?
No, I don't. If it looks like it's going to be too dark, I have the cantrip light, which I will cast on my backpack.
All right. It's going to be dark. The two kobolds aren't too concerned about it, with themselves as far as that goes. And let me get out of there. I'll go back to here for right now. So since I'm having that issue, and they see quite nominally for the area. And as you're going on in, you'll hear a couple voices, and they'll see a couple other of the kobolds, and those voices will say in a snake-like language, "Who goes there?" But in Draconic, and "Who's that with you?" And they'll answer on back that this is Lycos. The mistress has sent him here in a dream. We were fortunate and found him. He's here to help us. And they'll kind of ponder that for a moment. And let's see here. Let's see here. All right. They're going to say, well, if he's supposed to be here, he should know the password to get past that. I know how you two fools are. And then in common, he'll say, "What's the password?"
The password, the last password that I was given was All Hail the Queen.
And they'll say, no, that's not it. You must be an intruder.
Nah, are you sure? Are you sure that
they're
was
gonna pull? And they're gonna pull. They're gonna go ahead and pull their not their swords, but their spears down. But give me a deception check.
2 seconds. 24.
All right. And the one will look over to the other and say, he may be right. I don't remember it, but that may be right. And they're going to be a little wary of you. And they'll say, okay, advance. And such.
Well, thank you very much, gents. And I knew that was the password. She told me in the dream, remember? I never forget. I remember, though, that you were extra vigilant. And when I talk to her, I'll let her know that you guys are definitely the ones for sentry duty. Maybe it's a raise for being so vigilant. You're doing a really good job.
Maybe. I gotta go to my hard copy of my map to make sure, because I think I deleted it off the Roll20 by mistake. But we'll see about getting that rectified. And so what you'll have is in this. There's a large. In fact, let's see here. I'll see about. Let's see here. Can I? Yes, I can. Over here in there's a fantasy picks. I'll bring that up and I'll share this as you get back into this area. There's 3 doorways or ways to go. There's a hall straight ahead. There's a door, and there's like a dark hallway portal as in a doorway to your left, and the doors to the right are made of like a blue crystal, sky blue crystal, almost like ice. And the door to the left, as soon as I find the picture, I'll bring it up and I will share it with you as far as that. And the 2 kobolds that you were traveling with, they'll look at you and say, which way should we go?
What do you mean you don't know? She sent you to retrieve the thing, didn't she?
Yes, she did, but she said we'd have to find it.
Ah, right.
And since you talked to her directly in the dream, she must have given you directions.
Well, this is a test, though, isn't it? So it's a test to see how good you are. I'll tell you what, I'll give you some clues, but you have to be the ones to find it so that she's not disappointed in you.
Well, what's the clues?
Right. Well, I tell you what, first of all, I'm going to show you another trick of mine. And with that, I'm going to close my eyes just for a second, like blinking. And when I open them, they're going to be a gold shade. And I've basically just cast Eldritch Sight on myself. I'm looking about for any magic, detect magic.
Off onto the doorway to the left, you'll find you'll see some magic around that hallway, that portal of sorts that's there. And off onto the doorway to the right, you'll notice some magic on the blue crystal-like ones.
Right. So I'm going to say to the dwarfs, the kobolds, right, it's definitely not down the corridor, but you've got to pick which door it's in.
And they'll kind of hem and haw. And let's see here. We'll give them. Let's see what they come up with. And they're going to say, okay, we're going to pick the left hand one there. The one with the funny face that we got to walk through, kind of with the mouth open. It has to be there because that looks so protective, so uninviting. That may be where she placed it.
I'm going to smile as if they've got the right answer, and I'm going to politely let them go first in case there's any traps.
Okay. And as here, they'll go on through the mouth of this portal, and they'll disappear from your sight. Roll me a perception check.
Perception yet?
Yeah.
13.
You think that you still hear them, but you don't see them.
Right, I'm going to take a deep breath. I'm going to look to me right again where I think my dad is. I'm just going to shrug, and then I'll step through.
All right. As you step on in there, you don't see anything. In fact, you can't even see the light off your backpack.
Okay.
You don't see your two kobold friends, but you do kind of hear them talking. Which way to go? Which way to go? They're in hushed whispers but you hear the fear in their voices.
Right, I'm going to say, shh, calm down. We don't need to worry. It's just a bit of magical darkness. Now, all we need to do is just follow our feet. So one of yous, I will say that one, and I will just grab one if they're within range. And I say, just start walking forwards as far as you can.
Do attack roll at disadvantage.
Okay.
To see if you just kind of, not that you're going to do damage, but if you find them in the darkness there.
Do you want me to use my modifiers or just a straight up roll? Or?
Well, you can go ahead and use your modifiers as far as that. It'd be a melee, not a melee attack.
Yeah.
Modifiers.
No, at disadvantage, I got 7.
7. Okay. You swing out and you don't hit them, but you do feel you come across your fingertips scrape against this very smooth and damp wall.
Right. I will. Well, I'm going to follow the wall myself. I'll tell them as well. If you come to me, actually, rather than following your feet, I think I've got a better idea. So if you just come to the sound of my voice, and then I'll make sure that we get past this magical darkness. Just come to my voice and follow me.
All right, they'll make their way to you. Which way are you going? In fact, because you're disoriented somewhat inside there, roll me a d4.
Uh-huh.
1 will be north, 2 will be west, 3 will be south, and 4 will be east. And then from the map, I'll be able to.
Yeah, so that's a 2.
Okay, so you're going to the west.
Yeah.
And as you're going to the west, you run on into another very smooth, damp wall.
You see, I told you we were going the right way. I will then arbitrarily pick.
Yeah.
I will continue going left. Let's see what happens doing that.
You can't go any further left because you're right into that like a wall or a cavern, cavern wall, a tunnel wall.
Right. In that case, can I feel around the wall until I find a corner, or is it just like a big wall stretching as far as I could?
It's a big wall that stretches on out from what you can see. But if are you tracking along the wall, up it, or down it?
I will track up it.
Up it. Okay. And you'll go 20 feet, and then all of a sudden, just out in front of you, you see a dim light starting to show from your backpack.
All right, I'll turn to my new friends. Yeah,
all right.
My new friends, and I'll say, "See, I told you this was the right way. These are doing really, really well. Let's keep going."
All right.
You two should get a bit further ahead, though, because remember, we need you to find the thing. Otherwise, she'll be displeased.
Okay. As you go, you'll see that this is a. Let's see here. That's a 20-foot wide hallway. It's a blackish material that seems almost glassy smooth. And as you step into about the 25-foot range, give me a dex check.
Dex, okay.
And I'll have to check with them. Let's see here. Them because they need it as well. Ooh, the 1 makes it. Okay.
And my dex, not good. 9.
9. Okay, you fall along with one of the others. Fall, and you start sliding down on your back down this this tunnel. What are you gonna do?
Oh, bloody hell! I will tuck and roll. I suppose I will get myself into a. Have I gone down head first, or have I gone down arse first, or?
I'll let you make the call. The kobold fell on his back, we'll say, and kind of twisted his tail a little bit, but.
Okay, I will do my best to spin round so that my legs are facing downwards, so that I can hopefully try and control my landing.
All right, and you hear from the other one, "Get back here! Where are you going? Get out!" And you guys start picking up speed, and then as he, okay, what here? I'm disconnected on the server. What's going on here?
Yeah, it said that for me, but it's gone now, so I'm hoping that means it's just reconnected itself.
All right, I hope so. I won't worry about that picture. Some of the pictures I was going to try to get the show. We'll manage. We'll struggle through my technical issue. Yeah. So you're picking up speed, going. He's hollering, and with that, he rushes after you, and you guys have gone another 20 feet where you really pick up some speed. And let's see here. And when he hits that spot, let's see here. Oh, he's still, well, what is it? Oh, he falls on his back. But you guys can make deck saves to see if you can stand back on up. And let's see here. Did the other guy?
Okay, let's give that a roll. Nope, another 9.
Okay, so you're really going up, picking up speed, and you're coming on down, and you can see. Oh, so is he. So all of you are sliding on down at a pretty good rate, and you see this little wall out in front of you, and it looks like this hallway that's going on down. That's glassy smooth and made of a black like ice thing, or glass, and is dampish. You're going around and you're coming towards it, and off to your right it looks like there's an opening to your right. As you come on down, you're sliding on down, and you're hitting a 20-foot wide wall or partition that's there. And let's see here. We'll see here. All right, let's see here. I change the die here to that. And okay, you guys will pick up about 3 points of bludgeoning damage from all piling up on that wall with the speed that you have.
No bother. And once we've come to a settled, once we've stopped, I'll say, oh, that was a bit rough, but it was one of the tests to find the thing. So don't worry too. It's fine.
All right. And what the heck is going on with the server here? All right. As long as we're still broadcasting and on the Google, so we'll go from there, and you can hear me, correct?
Yes, we're fine on that side.
Okay, good. And then I see it's dropping. I don't know what's going on with Roll20 there, but all right. Let's see here. Knock that down. Maybe that'll help. And so you'll pile up there. You'll have enough where you can kind of work your way standing back up against that wall, and you see where this tunnel kind of turns to the east for about 20 feet, and then turns to the north where there's an opening that looks like it goes up another 15 or 20 feet for what you can tell.
Right. Come on, gents. There's no time to waste. Let's be going. And straight up the tunnel.
All right. And as you move around the edge of the tunnel on the one side that's on the western side that opens on up, give me a dexterity check. And let's see.
Let's hope it works this time. Yeah. That's better. Ooh. 21.
Okay. And let's see here. The one failed. What did the... And he fell. If you got a what?
I got a 21.
All right. So you'll be standing. You're having a hard time. It's real slick. Come here. Oh, okay. 3. Both of them failed. Okay. And they're on their back. They're sliding real fast. There's definitely a greater incline here that you're seeing, and they're going on down. You're hearing them yell and broken parts of common and draconic as they're going on down. What are you doing? They're getting. In fact, they're going so fast. They're going so fast. They're getting kind of out of sight of you a little bit.
I'll just yelled out, "I'll meet you at the thing," and then I'll just start proceeding onwards a bit more carefully. See if I can't find a way through without slipping.
Oh, okay. As you go, you're having a hard time, so you're moving about half your speed. You get on down, and then it turns. It's like a big old S snake going back and forth, and you get down about 25 more feet, and you have to dex check. And you don't see your kobold friends.
Right. Okay. Is it the backpack, the light on my backpack? Sorry, is that still really, really dim, or is it getting a bit brighter?
Yeah, it's dim, but it's as dim as normal. It's showing normally
Right.
what you would be.
Yeah. Right. I want to look about a little bit more. Let's see if I can't pick up any signs of maybe it's a bit more of a trace of magic. I'll flip my eyes again into Eldritch Sight, see if there's anything about.
Not at this moment, no.
No. Okay.
You don't see any magic at all.
Okay.
Where you're looking.
Okay, so I will blink my eyes again. My Eldritch Sight will disappear. I will. Is there anything maybe on the walls or anything like that, or
the walls are smooth, very, very smooth, glass-like smooth, and damp, almost like there's. You give me a perception check. With advantage.
With advantage, 23.
All right. You know that it's a slight film or skim of water that's running down the walls and on the floor on this glassy-like material, which is making it so hard to stand and move.
Okay. And the water on the floor, is it flowing in any particular direction?
It's flowing down the incline that you're feeling and sliding to. As far as that's in the same general direction that your 2 kobold friends were. In fact, I got it right now. I got to make a save for them.
And apart from this incline, do I see any other ways to go, or is it pretty much a dead end apart from that?
It's about you see forward or back, and
yeah. I will push forwards. I will keep going. Hopefully, still a bit more slow than normal to try and prevent myself from going over the sides, but yes, I'll keep going forwards.
Okay. And So you'll go on down. You get on this final turn, and you see a. It looks like some blue metal doors in front of you, and give me a dex check.
Yeah.
You get about 10 feet from them. And, I got saving throws.
And I got an 18.
Okay. And you fall on your bum and you slide through these doors and fall into. Oh, okay. The one made it. Okay. He's there. Fall into this 4-foot deep water that looks a little scummy and such. And your light, and this is a. This is a 40 by 40 size room, square.
Right.
You see some. It looks like some mold or slime on the walls, but you only see one of your partners jumping up and kind of bobbing up and down, trying to catch breath out of this 4-foot water. The other one you don't seem to notice.
Right. How deep is the water? Is it? Did you say 4 feet? 4 feet. Yeah.
Yeah. 4 foot.
Right. Okay. So I'll be able to stand up in it. Then I will start walking over, or wading over, I should say, to the other one, the one that I can see, and I'll grab hold of him. And
okay.
I'll just tell him, calm yourself down. Don't flounder about too much. And then I will check about first of all to see if I see anything within this room.
You see a dark splotch over onto the kind of moving around and floating on top of that would be in the one corner of the room. Up it would be the northwestern corner of the room. You'll see about a 10-foot gray splotch floating on what looks to be floating on the water. You still don't see the other kobold, and the one that you pulled on up. He says, "Where's Rip? Where's Rip? Where's Rip?"
Oh, calm down. We'll find him. I'm sure he's about here somewhere. And fearing the worst, I am going to go and check out the dark splodge.
Okay. Let's see here. Let me get the stats on the dark splotch. Monster manual. Yes. Yes. All right. All righty. And you see that it's how are you going to go towards it or interact with it? Let's say.
I will get to within. How far away was it? Did you say? Sorry.
Well, it's about 30 feet away from you.
Yeah. So I will get to within about 20 feet. So I'm not too close. because at the minute Lycos thinks it might be the body of the other one anyway. And then he's gonna shout, "Rip, is that you?" and see what happens.
And you don't hear anything.
Right. I'm going to turn to my friend and I'm going to say, "Can you swim?"
He'll say, "Swim? No, but I can bounce.
You can.
That's the only
Okay.
thing that's been keeping me afloat and able to get some breath from time to time."
Well, what I want you to do, I just want you to go over to see that splodge over there. I just want you to go check just to make sure it's an our friend and he's not in trouble, and then we'll get out of here. And I'm going to feed my kobold friend to whatever happens to be down here.
Oh, okay. Yes. He'll go over and he'll go over and he'll let's see here. I want to get over here so I can roll the dice for him. We'll roll this. And let's see what happens. Ooh. Okay. And as he goes over to yeah, he gets +3, so that will definitely hit him. You see this, you kind of see this grayish kind of form, like maybe a pseudopod or something, come up and just hit your kobold friend. And let's see here. What's the damage that he does there? Okay. And I have to write that down. And it kind of like it's, you hear a sizzling, bubbling sound.
Right. Okay. The kobold that I've sent over, do I see him at all bobbing up and down, or has he gone under the water, or?
No, the pseudopod is kind of hit him and hit his shield, and you kind of see it kind of bubbling in a sense.
Right. Okay. I am going to Eldritch Blast the pseudopod.
Okay. Roll to hit.
Uh-huh. That is a 22 to hit.
That hits.
And 8 damage.
All right. He takes 8. And all righty. And we'll go for initiative.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see here. This would be for the ooze. Okay. All right. And let's see here. All right, that's a 4. What did you get?
21.
21. All right, you'll go first, and then your kobold friend will go second.
Okay.
As far as that, so that's all the more or less surprise round that we went through, and your reaction to it that you saw. Up to the top of order for you.
Yeah, seeing what's just happened, seeing the bubbling and whatnot, I don't really want this thing to get too close to me, so I'm going to start backing off. And I am going to cast Armor of Agathis on myself. That's going to be my action, actually. That's going to be everything.
All right, and Torn will rip, and Torn will go ahead and he will try to back away. Oh, and he's slipping and having a hard time because of the water and such, getting away. So he drops his shield there, lets go of it, and backs off a bit. And let's see here. We'll go with this and this. And the pseudopod strikes on out and misses. So up to you, Lycos.
Okay. I am going to... I'm going to cast... No, I'm not. I'm not going to do that because I don't want to use my last spell slot. I am going to Eldritch Blast it again.
Okay. Roll the hit.
Yep. 14.
14 will hit.
Nice. And this time I did 11 damage.
Okay. 19. Okay. It's looking pretty hurt as best as you can tell. And let's see here. Let's see what. And Torn will swing at it with a spear and miss. And he's moving back 5 feet off to the side, so it'll take a attack of opportunity on Torn. Ooh, crit.
Ooh.
So, all right. So that'll be okay. Torn is looking real bad. His armor is let me see here. I think that it messes with that too. Eat through no medical. Okay. All right. And let's see here. I'll go. What? Okay. I see what his. Okay. He's looking pretty shabby as far as that Torn is. And this blob is going to make an attack on him. Since that was the attack of opportunity, it's up to his turn.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, that hits. And so that's another 4 points of damage. And you notice that the buckles holding Torn's leather together at the sides are bubbling away pretty good. And it's up to you, up to your niche. And this thing is very slowly moving towards Torn.
Okay. I am going to Eldritch Blast it again. I'm going to repeat the process.
All right.
Oh, nice. I've just critted. 26 in total, but the natural 20.
All right. Go ahead and do your damage up. double the dice.
Yeah.
So that'd be 2d10.
Yeah. And that is for a total of 17 force damage.
Ooh, okay. Describe to me how you end this gray ooze's existence down here in this watery grave or cesspool.
Yeah, so I will take aim with my Eldritch Blast, and as it fires from my hand, it's going to form the shape of... usually it would form the shape of some sort of angelic creature, but conscious of the ruse that I've somehow managed to get going, I'm going to make it this time look like a demonic creature, and it's just going to splat straight into the ooze and fry it from the inside out.
All right. So you're left there with a highly injured Torn, splattered spots of this gray ooze that looks even more gray, almost black, and kind of as soon as you ended its existence, kind of looked to harden, not to be as flexible and pliable as it was.
Right. Okay. I am going to shout up to my kobold friend. I'm going to ask, well, first of all, are you alive over there?
Oh, yeah, but it hurts. It burns.
It did look like it hurt, I've got to admit, but you dealt with it really well. Congratulations. That's the third test. We've had 2 so far. We've had the darkness, we've had the fall, and now we've had the grey monster of doom, as the Dark Queen likes to call it. So you're doing very well. You're worthy of finding the thing now. So let's crack on, and we'll find Rip, hopefully, and you can both get your rewards. How do we get out of here? First of all, actually, now that we've killed the thing, I want to have a quick look under the water to see if I can see anything, if anything's hidden down there.
All right, yeah, you'll find where are you looking in this 40 by 40 room underwater?
We'll start where the thing was, and I will move out from there.
All right, you'll trip across what looks to be partially eaten shield, and the butt end of a spear, and some leather that studded leather that was down there that would look real similar to Torn's. And Torn will look at it and say, "That was Rip's. That was Rip's. Where's Rip?"
Well, it doesn't mean
you don't find Rip's body.
Yeah, it doesn't mean that he's dead. He might be further in. He might have passed the test as well. Just because we had to kill the thing, it doesn't mean he didn't escape. Escaping is part of it. Can be a passing the test. Let's have a look about. You never know. He might be about. Once we've found those bits and pieces, I'll look for a way out of this room.
All right. You see the double doors that you came through that seem to be latched back together with each other. Give me, I'll let you do either perception or an investigation, since you're searching the whole floor and underneath the water and like that. So you're whichever's better for you.
Yep.
Allow you.
I choose perception, and I actually rolled a 20. Sorry, I modified 20.
A modified 20. All right, let's see here. All right. you think that you may have found something over in the southeast corner on the floor.
Okay. I will very carefully, just in case, go and inspect it, see what it is, see if it's the thing.
So go ahead and give me a perception check with disadvantage.
Okay. That's still not bad. 17.
17. All right. You're not 100% sure because the water is kind of murky and everything, but it looks, what you get from that is it looks like it's about 5 foot around, and looks like there may be a handle on it.
Okay.
And about the time you get done, you're starting to get short of breath for being under the water.
Right. Before I resurface to try and to get more air, I'm just going to have a quick... No, actually, I'm going to go get more air first. So I'll just go up and get a breath of air.
Okay.
And then I'll dive back down and I will have a quick look, first of all, to see if it looks trapped in any way or if moving it will cause the room to explode or fill up with more water or anything like that.
Right. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for here. And there's that, and then maybe I can get back over here. It doesn't look to be trapped from what you could tell.
Okay. And then I will try and pick it up, see if I can take it with us.
What, the door?
Oh, was it? Sorry, I thought you said it was an object on the floor. I will.
Yeah,
open
it is an
sorry.
object. It's an actual door is what you
right.
Has a handle, 5 foot round.
I see what you mean. Yes, I will. In that case, I will. Now that I'm satisfied that it's not trapped, I will go back up for another deep breath. Then I'll go down and see what's on the other side of the door, and hopefully not drown.
Now try to open up the door. Give me a strength check because you're pulling against the weight of the water.
Yeah, strength or athletics.
You can have athletics, either one. If you didn't have athletics, you could go ahead and use strength.
Actually, yeah, looking at me thing, I took acrobatics, not athletics anyway, so it's a moot point. Oh well, I still did well. I rolled a 17. I've got a +3 modifier, so that's 20.
All right. You can get it open, and it kind of, the water starts rushing on in and sucking you on into it. Let's see here about Horn. Let's see here. Boom. Let's see what he does here. How close. And he gets sucked in right behind you, and the door closes right up behind because the water just sucking the vacuum, and like that you're soaked. There's some water on the ground, on what you would consider the ground. Seems to be a small 5 foot wide or circle tunnel. It's very dark. How long does your light stay?
Yep, the light cantrip is, I believe, it's probably out by now. Let's double check.
Well, that's what I was getting at. So it's yeah. We'll say it's out and it's kind of dark right at the moment.
Yeah. With it being a cantrip, though, I will simply recast it. Yeah, it's 1 hour, so I'm guessing we'll have been down here for more than an hour, really.
Yeah,
So yes,
hunting, looking, and such. Right there. I didn't want that. Let's see here. Okay. Yeah, I'll do this. But that's what you. This is 5-foot tunnel that has some water in the bottom. You have a whimpering kobold behind you, pressed right up to your bum and your back. He's kind of hugged on to you.
right. Well, first things first, as my light's gone out, I will recast it on my backpack again, see what we can see other than the tunnel, or down the tunnel, I should say.
Yeah. And the tunnel goes on further than what you can see with the light. You can see the full length of the light.
Does it stretch in both directions, or are we at like the end of the tunnel, or?
Yeah, you know you're at the end of the tunnel.
Right, champion. So we, well, I say we, will turn to me, Kobold friend. I'll say, this is the way we go, and I will start going down the tunnel. I will be checking though to see if there's any sign that anything might actually be down here with us. See if there's any tracks or any, I don't know, past meals or anything like that.
All right, and well, you're not seeing anything there. And in fact, this isn't really all that smooth. It's a little rougher than the tunnel that you came down.
Right.
And as you're moving, how fast are you trying to move? Are you standing up or are you crawling?
If there's, it's 5x5, isn't it? So there won't be enough room to stand fully. So I will keep crawling for now.
Okay. And Torn will be walking upright behind you. He'll be saying, I got your back. I got your back. Go on, go on. And you'll go down for, let's see how long is that? You'll go for 80 feet in this, and then you'll see up at the top that looks like there might be a doorway to go through up above your head at the end of the 80-foot mark.
Okay. I will try and climb up to see what's on the other side of the door. Actually, I want to look around first just to make sure that there's nothing down here with us that might indicate what's behind the door.
You're wanting to do what?
Just have a quick look about. Just now that we've reached the, is it the like where we can see the door? Is it like basically at the end of the tunnel, or does the tunnel continue? Or
it's at the end of the tunnel.
Right. Okay. So yeah, I'm just going to climb up and open the door.
All right. And as you climb up and open the door, you notice that you're in the one corner of that main cave that you came on up before.
Right.
And the two other kobolds that were there act surprised because you startled them coming up from behind them.
I'm going to say, after all the praise that we gave you earlier, and you're dawdling on the job, you should be super alert. The Dark Queen commands it. This was a test.
Test, we're here with our orders. We're doing it. Where'd you come from? You went down that way.
Yeah, well, that's the whole point, though, isn't it? You saw me go down that way, but you don't know where the danger's going to come from. You were entrusted with with those orders to watch this place, and you weren't
We
watching
are
well
watching
enough, were
this
you?
place. You don't
Well, how
need
did I sneak up on you then?
Oh, oh, oh. Mm. And the other one will say, well, he has a point. And so there you are, back into the main cave area. Which way you want to go? Through the double doors, big blue double doors, or down the hall?
Let's try the other set of doors. Why not?
Okay. Man, that is going to be interesting. All right, how you do it? And you remember that I'll say you remember that they did emanate some magic.
Yes, they did. Actually, that's a good point because I've went through the other one, and with it emanating the magic, we instantly couldn't see, could we? Yes, I'm not going to go through the double doors. I am going to go down the corridor instead. And I'm going to say, my friend Torn, I'm going to say, remember what I said about the corridor? That was a test for you as well, and I'm afraid you didn't do so well. Let's hope that rift's down here, mind.
Ooh, he'll look at you sheepishly and I hope Rip is there. He was a good buddy.
I'm sure he'll be down here somewhere. We'll
His
find him.
egglets, if not his egglets, I miss him.
Well, they probably will, but we won't need to worry about that. We'll find him. It's fine. And if not, I'm sure you can look after his egglets for him.
All right. And okay, so this what it is right now. So how you opening the door?
I'm going to put my arm around my kobold friend, and we're going to step up to the door. And when he seems relaxed enough, I'm going to push him through it.
All right. Roll me a D4.
Okay, I'll do that in here. 3.
3. Okay. So he takes 2 points of bludgeoning damage as you shove him into this door.
I'll say, "Oh, sorry, I tripped. I tripped. I do apologize. Are you okay?"
He'll be, "Ow, that hurt. Why are you so mean?"
Well, remember, we're all evil. We're all evil. Just because I'm your friend.
I don't know if I like you now.
Well, do you like the Dark Queen?
No.
Well, then there you go.
I fear her because she's gonna hurt. If I don't obey her, she's gonna hurt my egglets.
Well, I've just fished you into a door by accident, and it really, really hurt you. Imagine what would happen if I actually intended it.
Oh, but you saved me from that crazy great thing. So
It's true.
He'll be muttering back and forth, and so there you are in front of the double door.
And so pushing it obviously didn't work. What about pulling it?
You pull on it and it doesn't open.
Okay.
So it seems To you, it would seem like it's locked.
Okay. I am going to turn to my kobold friend and I'm going to say, right, as I say, this was a test. This time, no, you passed. Well done. We'll go down the corridor.
Okay. As you get to the front of the corridor, you see a turn this second. A 10 by 10, 10 by yeah, a 10 by 20, 10 by 20, 20 foot wide, 10 foot across. It looks like a big deep pit with spikes in it.
Right. So it's 10 foot by 20. Is it 20 lengthways?
With 10 foot
Width.
length.
So if, not that I'm saying that I'm going to try, but if I was to try and jump it would try and jump 10 foot. Is that right?
Correct.
Yeah, right. Okay. Are there any ledges around the sides?
No, this seems to be made out of the same black, smooth material that you remember sliding down and trying to grab on.
Right. Okay. Well, I suppose there's nothing for it then. I'm going to take a run and jump and see if I can clear the 10 feet.
All right. Let's see here. Okay. So what'd you get?
Just rolling now. 2 seconds.
Okay.
Oh, come on. Oh, there. I think that went through. Oh, nice. 20. 17 plus 3 again.
All right. You make it on over. Torn goes running the jump and slips just at the lip of it, and he falls down into it.
Am I able to use my reaction to try and catch him?
I'll give you yeah, you can make a dex check at disadvantage.
Disadvantage. This is probably not going to work, but we'll give it a go. No, that didn't work. 7.
And he goes screaming, ah, no! And you see that he is definitely impaled on some spikes at the base. And it looks to be about 50 foot deep.
Oh. Is he moving?
No.
Right. In that case, I'm well, just turn to my right again, and I say, "Well, we're in anyway, Dads. I think we can move on from here by ourselves." I'll just continue on down the corridor carefully in case there's more pit traps or any other traps.
All right. The corridor there is. Let me get here. Get this back open. Is 20 foot wide, and it goes down for 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 feet. No, 80 feet, and you see a wall there, but you see alcoves on either side.
Do I see anything in the alcoves from where I am?
Yes, you do. And I will I know I saw this here, so in my little folder, I'll bring it on up, and I will share it here. Picture this. It will be interesting. Okay, where are you? I just saw it when I was looking for the other, so I knew it. No, it's in here. But there's a little platform on either side that has these two devices, one device on either side. As soon as I find the device, I got it. Am I going that blind today? Man.
You're washing your hair. Are you washing that hair? Oh, that's a good boy. Makes it clean.
I have to shoot from my hip on this one, but I want to show it to you. And I know I have it one place, but it's over on my library in roll 20. But that seems to be acting fruity for some reason. So but I will. Well, I'll grab that and I'll bring that on up out of the art library. Come on now. Let's see here. Pop right there. And okay, I know what I'll do now. But well,
You're washing your hair. That's lovely.
come on, get this up here. All right, and what I'll do is I think if I switch over here, possibly will it appear there miraculously? No, it didn't. Okay. That stinks. All right, get back over here. But it's a big. All right, come here. And almost like a liquid.
Where's it gone? There it is.
Uh,
Where's it gone? Where's it gone? There it is. Wait. Wait. Can you see him? Wait. Wait.
get, stupid thing.
Oh.
Wow. What it looks like, I guess I'm holding this thing up way too much. And say what it looks like is from the Stargate Atlantis. I don't know if you see that on the screen.
I don't, but I've seen Stargate, so I know what you're on about. Yeah.
On both sides are those Stargate gates.
Right. Are they like activated at the minute, or are they?
No, they're not.
Right. I will very carefully go up to the one on my right and have a bit more of a look at it, see if I can determine what specifically it's here for, whether it's another trap or whether it's a portal somewhere, or maybe just decorations for all I know at this stage. I'll feel about on it a bit and see if I can't find any working mechanisms or anything.
There seems to be some glyphs that are like embossed, standing on out up around the ring of it.
Okay. And do I recognize the glyphs? The languages I'm fluent in, if that'll help. I am fluent in Common. I am fluent in... Where's my language list gone? Common, Infernal, Celestial, Sylvan, and Fae. If it's any of them.
Did you say Elven?
No, Sylvan.
Sylvan. You'll give me an intelligence check.
Okay. Uh, 12.
12?
Yeah.
You really have a hard time. You're kind of equating it out to Elven, but there's similarities between the Sylvan that you're used to and such. Right here, I can kind of do this. So let's see here.
Yeah. Wash your hair. Wash your hair. Is that your new hat?
All right. Let's see here. I'll lock this so it doesn't move on me. Yeah. Okay. And I'll be able to. Right there is kind of what you see.
Right.
Okay. One way to skin a cat. As far as that, so.
Right, so I will blink my eyes again for Eldritch Sight, just detect magic.
Oh, you give me a Constitution check.
Oh dear, right. Check or save?
Save.
Save, okay. 16.
16? Okay. Yeah. You throw your hands up in front of your eyes real quickly, and you see this rainbow of prismatic light just shoot out all around, and it's the strongest sense of magic that you've seen in your lifetime so far. There's just so much magic that it's shooting back in so many different colors and strength back to you. It's almost blinding. And you figure you probably would have been blinded if you didn't cover your eyes quick enough.
Right. Okay, so yes, I'll quickly blink my eyes back into normal then so that I don't get blinded. Okay, I'm going to turn to my dad. Have you got any ideas?
And you'll hear silence.
Yep.
And then all of a sudden, you'll hear from the other two kobolds are up there. What are you doing down there? Find anything yet?
I will yell back. Not quite just yet. We're just making sure that we've passed all the tests first.
And you'll hear the one say, "Hey, Torn, did you find Rip?" And then you hear dead silence.
I will use my actor's feet
Okay.
to mimic Rip's voice. No, hang on, Torn's voice. Because I was with him for more than a minute, I should be able to mimic it to try and deceive the others that he's still alive.
Give me a performance check.
Yeah. Just need to check the actor's feet real quick to see if it gives me advantage. Advantage on deception and performance, yes. Okay. It doesn't matter. I rolled the same both times. 17.
All right. And you'll get the sense that they believed your deception with your performance.
Okay. Apart from these strange Stargate-y things in the alcove, is there anything else about that I see? Anything that might indicate a way of... No? Okay. I am going to take iron coin out of my backpack that I found one time, and I am going to throw it in between the circles to see if anything happens.
Well, you hear clink, clink, clink.
Okay, I am then therefore going to walk past the circles, pick up my coin, and I'll carry on down the corridor if I can.
Well, when you walk through the circle, you fall off on the other side, and you see that your coin fell through the other side. That the gate wasn't activated, so to say.
Right. Okay. Do the rings turn?
No, it doesn't seem like they turn.
Wow.
But the glyphs do stand out. I mean, they're.
If I was to touch a glyph, what would it light up? Or well, I'll touch one and see what happens. Yeah.
All right. Which one you touching?
I will touch. Where does the picture go? There we go. I will touch. The one on the left.
All right. It pushes it. It pushes in and lights up.
Okay. Right. Okay. Let's just be brave here. I am going to push, probably in a random sequence, because there's nothing about, and I haven't found anything to tell me what the sequence might be, and I don't have a clue what those symbols represent beyond what similarities they are in Sylvan. I will use the knowledge that I've got in Sylvan, though, to try and make a word out of them if possible. Maybe enter.
Okay. As you're pushing them, you see that the liquid-like center that's in the description in the picture there appear.
Okay.
So what are you doing? It's gone from nothing to now having something in the middle of the circle.
Yep. I am going to put my hand in it. First of all, I'd rather lose a hand than lose my life. And if nothing bad seems to happen, I will step into it to see what happens.
Okay. Nothing apparently bad happens to it.
Okay, so I will stand in myself then, or try and walk through it. See
Okay.
if it's
and give me a con save.
Oof, 15.
15. Okay. And as you walk on through it, you smell kind of swamp gases. And
Okay.
as far as that, you see this temple off in front of you, probably about 50 feet.
Is it dark, or are we still in like some sort of cave system? Or
it's dark, but you see stars.
Right. Okay. Well, I have just been transported somewhere. I don't have a clue where. I don't have any idea what kind of danger I'm in. So I'm going to extinguish the light on the backpack. And I am going to basically dive into the biggest, thickest patch of undergrowth I can find until I can determine if anything else is about.
There's some moss and swamp water along the edge, and some bulrushes of this mound of earth that this temple is sitting on.
Okay, I'll try and hide in the bulrushes while I look about.
All right, give me a stealth check.
Okay.
Alrighty. Let's see here.
14.
14. Okay. Yeah. And I will go ahead here. Let's see here. Yeah. What do we got here? All right, so we got a 14. I think is no. Let me get all the way down here. Got a 15. Okay, and you'll hear out there in common. You, what are you doing there?
Who, me?
Advance and be recognized.
Yeah, of course. You've been waiting for me, didn't you hear?
And they have torches in their hands along with swords. And you see that they're dressed in the armor and the shield, the emblems of the guards of aluminum.
Right.
What are you doing here? Where'd you come from? Who sent you?
Just came from over there. You should be. Do you mind me asking where are we?
You don't know where you're at? How'd you get here?
I kind of.
Where'd you come from?
Let's call it a magical mishap for now. Are you from Illumina?
Yes. Why?
Oh, well, so am I. I was Illumina as well. I'm actually part of the. Let's go for broke. I'm part of the Unnamed Adventurers Guild, and I was just checking something out and stepped through something, and before you know it, bang! I was here.
Okay. With that, then they'll sheathe their swords. Once you said you're part of the Unnamed Adventurers Guild,
Good. I wasn't sure how that was going to go.
And they'll say, "You're here at the temple, the swamp temple. We're here guarding it. Why are you here?"
Well, like I say, I was at PINCUS Centre's on a mission to check around. I stepped through something that was clearly magical, and the next thing I know, I was here. So I'm guessing it was some sort of magical teleportation device. I know that the mages can do something along those lines. But yeah, I didn't mean to be here. I was actually somewhere else entirely.
And let me see here if I can. Is it in this one? No. This one. Maybe. Right there, maybe. I don't know. That's a bad maybe. Okay. And let's see here. Yeah. I'll open that one. There. Let's see here. And I'll show you. Let's see here. About where you're at. Let me enlarge, zoom in on this. Oh, wrong. Come on. And yeah, let's see here. Get the, yeah. And let's see here. Take that and get over here, and I will share this with you. Or won't I? It's, oh, okay. I know why. That's because of that. I got to open it in a different application. Open with. Come on. All right. Oh, I didn't want that, but that's all right. And we'll go right on over here. And let's see here. All right, and I want to share that. And right here, you'll find that you're right in, let's see here, I'll make it a nice yellow. Right here is where you're at in the middle of the swamp from Illumina. They'll describe it to you, the guards of Illumina. That's where the temple's at.
Right. Okay. Don't want to worry you, lads, but when I was on my little mission for the UAG, I ran into a couple of kobolds who said they were trying to retrieve something. And that's what basically led me to this magical teleportation device. So there is a possibility that it might be around here somewhere. You don't happen to know of any artifacts that might be about that certain nefarious forces might be after, or anything like that? Has the temple been thoroughly checked?
the temple is an artifact. That's why we're here guarding it for Illumina.
Ah, right. I see where you're coming from. Okay. Right. Well, good news is the two kobolds that were sent to find this artifact or recover it, if you will, are dead.
Did you
But
kill them?
in a roundabout fashion, yes.
What do you
While I
mean
didn't.
What do you mean roundabout?
Well, it wasn't intentional, and I didn't really land the blow, but I kind of accidentally orchestrated their deaths. One fell down a pit trap, and one got eaten by what looked like some sort of ooze-like creature.
What do you mean accidentally? Why?
Well, yeah, I was.
Don't you know they're part of the forces of the Dark Queen and Darzanon that's trying to uproot the world?
Well, yeah.
And you're saying accident? You're acting and speaking like you're an ally, a friend of theirs.
Well, no, let's not go that far. I've learned quite a bit, actually. They are under duress as well. If we could rescue their eggs, they might not support the Dark Queen anymore. And the Dark Queen isn't the main bad. She works for somebody else as well.
Yes, we know. Darzanon, he's walking the earth and causing all kinds of chaos happening.
Well, yes, I knew about the chaos, but I didn't know about this Darzanon fella. Apparently, I've been a bit too busy with me old crafting and whatnot lately, so I'm a bit out of the loop. But I'm rapidly catching up. The point is, the kobolds, we might have a way of getting them. Maybe he's not on side, but certainly taking them away from the enemy. But that's a side point. That's a side point anyway. Those two kobolds are definitely dead. If the temple is the artifact she's referring to, though, we might need more guards up here.
This may be. And for right here, we'll take about a 5-minute bio break.
Okay.
All right.
Yep.
And
Back in a sec.
Right back. All righty. And back into the fray once you get on back. Right there. All righty. Righty tighty. And if there's anybody watching, hopefully they're enjoying it. As far as that, and may you be enjoying the KOBOLD Con You back yet, Daryl?
Right, I'm back.
All righty. So there you have it. The guards there telling you from Illumina, telling you that the temple itself is the artifact and such.
Right. So, well, what can we do? We need more guards out here in case there is an attack. Do you guys mind if I have a quick look around the temple, see if there's anything small that they might have been trying to sneak in and get?
We're supposed to guard it. We don't have orders to let you through. And I don't know if the sage in his acolyte needs to be disturbed by outside influences. You have papers?
Well, unfortunately, no, I don't. But I can assure you, I'm definitely on your side. Down with the Dark Queen.
You sound real convincing there.
Well, I really mean it, but I'm going to turn to Dad at this stage. I'm saying, Dad, help us out here. What suggestions? Do you not want to show yourself for a change and tell them? And he's no use, I tell you. Guys, we've got a problem. Why don't you fetch the sage and I'll have a word with him or his acolyte?
All right, the one will stand there to make sure you stay out, and the other one will go in and bring out the acolyte, and you'll see this young human lady come on out. She'll have brunette hair. She'll be about 5'6", green eyes. She'll be dressed in common clothes, but clean, but decent. Nothing too ritzy. Not rags either. And she'll be saying, "What do you want? What do you want? We're busy studying and deciphering this. You're hindering our process."
Yeah, I do apologize. Yeah, sorry, I didn't mean to. But there's urgent things going on that you might need to be aware of, and I might need access to the temple. I quickly explain everything that's happened so far from when I met the from my when I got given the mission from PINCUS all the way through meeting the kobolds to stepping through the magic teleportation device, and I'm just going to finish up saying that I'm getting more and more certain that there's going to be some sort of attack around here, or at the very least a raid for some sort of artifact, and I think we need to find it before the enemy does.
And she'll sit there and give me a persuasion check.
Uh-huh.
And let's see here for her.
Come on, high roll, high roll, high roll. Yay, 22.
All right. Hers is definitely low enough that what modifiers she would have wouldn't bring it up anywhere there. So she'll be slow and she'll be studying and what you're saying, and then she'll come on back and she'll say, "You need to go tell the Lumina Council, the powers to be at Lumina, this great threat and what's going on with the Dark Queen."
Oh, I completely agree, but there might not necessarily be time. Are you sure I can't have a quick look around, see if there's anything that we need to take to the city, or get more guards on, or take away from here at the very least?
If anything, we need more guards on here.
Right.
And
okay.
You can tell
Okay.
them that.
Oh, I certainly will. Don't you worry. But just be on your guard then, and I'll get more people here as quick as we can. And with that, I'll give up trying to get in.
And it's about 10 o'clock at night. And you'll get the sense that about a week has passed since you stepped through that gate to where you're at now.
Right. Wow, they probably think I'm overdue then. Given the fact that it's nighttime, do you mind if I bunk down here for the night?
You can bunk out here with the guards. Yes, they got a small fire.
Champion. I'll bed down with the guards till morning, and as soon as it's first light, I'll be up and away to get reinforcements.
Okay, they'll be willing to share their tea with you and some warm beans that they have in a pot, and they'll ask, "You got a bedroll?"
Yeah, I'm fine on that front. Don't you worry. And thanks for the beans.
Right.
They were very tasty.
All right, and you'll go through the evening, no problems there, and in the morning, and then you're gonna head out.
Yeah, as soon as I wake up, as soon as it's first light, I'll thank the guards. I'll tell them I'll send reinforcements as quickly as I can, and I'll head as directly to Illumina as I can.
All right, and you'll notice. Let me get this up here, and I'll share that application. There we go. And you'll notice that there's a trail that will lead out from the temple out to the main trail here, which is the merchant road that goes from the bay all the way up through and back to Illumina. And you'll also know that you could either take a northern turn to take you up to the Illumina guard outpost, or you cross the river and you're back to where the forest is that you're familiar with. That if you took a northern turn there, it'd take you back to the Dark Queen's Lair. So it'll take you till you get, let's see here, I'll get a different color for that, right? No, we'll go with, yeah, right here. When you get to here where you can make your choice on which way to go, It's going to take it's going to take you probably about 3 hours of foot travel.
Right.
So it'll put you about 11 o'clock. You say you start at 8 in the morning, got situated, had some gruel and tea for breakfast, and got all your thoughts and explanations together. To that point, it took you about 3 hours.
Okay. Well, knowing that the outpost is probably closer, I'll head that way to get the reinforcements to the temple.
All right. So that'll take you about, by the time you hit the outpost, you'll be stopped by this palisade. It's a palisade style fortress wall. The guards up on either side will holler, "Stop! Who goes there?"
Hi guys, my name's Lycos. I'm from the UAG, the Unnamed Adventurers Guild. We've got a bit of a problem, and I think can I speak to your commanding officer?
You'll hear in common being shouted on down, "Sergeant of the guard! Sergeant of the guard! Sergeant of the guard! We have ourselves someone that wants to talk to the commander." He'll say, "Hold on there! Wait for me to get up there." And then you'll see this rather brisk dwarf with a big flowing beard that's has several braided ends coming down from his mustache down through the beard intertwined. "Who are you and why do you need to see the commander? Tell me, I'll take care of it."
Yeah, that's absolutely fine. I was sent on a mission, and again, I will go through all of the stuff.
You?
Well, that's PINCUS originally, but since then things have changed. I've just come from the temple, the one in the swamp. We need to get reinforcements there pretty damn quick, if possible. I believe we might have found information that there's going to be an attack on the temple. I think the Dark Queen wants to retake it. And then I'll explain everything that's happened so far.
All right. And he'll say, "Come on in. Let them in. Let them pass."
Yeah.
And he'll holler out, "Lieutenant, Lieutenant." And the commander will come on up from the outpost. "Yes." And this big old burly gruff dwarf will say, "This individual says that we're going to be attacked by the Dark Queen and that the temple is the focus. And the temple sage and accolator requesting reinforcements." And he'll say, "Okay. How many men do we have left that's not on patrol or on palisade duty?" "We could spare 6 men." And the lieutenant will say, "Send the 6 immediately." So there's where you're at on that one.
6? Are you sure that's all you can spare?
That's all we have we can spare. The rest are out on patrol against the forces of the Darzanan and the Dark Queen.
Right. Well, I hate to say it, but I think what we're going to need to do then is just send 5 straight away. And if it's all right with you, maybe send 1 back to Illumina for more reinforcements.
We'll send the 6. What we'll do is we'll have you go to Illumina and plead the case, since you're the one that has found the information.
That sounds fair. I was hoping to be able to go back and help, but yeah, that's probably the better thing to do anyway. So yeah, fair enough. From here, how long would it take to get to Illumina?
Oh, about a day and a half.
Don't suppose you've got a spare horse to speed things up, given the gravity of the situation?
Well, he'll look over to this lone horse in the corral and he'll say, give me a persuasion check.
Okay. 17.
All right. He'll say, given the gravity of the situation, I'll allow you to take my horse. Just bring it back. He's my more than just my steed. He's my friend, my partner.
Right. Yeah, I certainly know what it's like to be close to someone, and I'll look over at Dad and say, right, Dad? And then I'll say, yep, I'll have him back as soon as I can. And as soon as they let me, I will get on the horse and I will go as fast as I can without killing the poor thing to get back to Illumina.
And he'll have the men saddle the horse up, and you'll go ahead and you'll ride, and it's going to take you probably about 12 hours to get there, pushing the horse at its utmost. And about the time you get about here, give me a perception check.
Okay. $13.
Okay, you don't notice this. But as far as that, roll an initiative.
Okay.
Alrighty, and let me stop sharing that so I can go to the other.
That's a little bit better. 17.
17. All right, let me see on this. I need to. Oh, I'm on the wrong thing. Okay, right there. All I had to do is pop that up there. And I need to increase this. Come on here. Ooh, a 16 there. So you'll have it just before. And you've reached at that time a day where I had the mark. You'd reach. It's about 6 o'clock in the evening, and you notice a big shadow that comes overhead. You think it may just be a storm cloud that it covers the light of the day in such a way, but it may not be. And I'll allow you can go ahead and make your choices on what you want to do on this round.
Right. There's a shadow. I'm going to say that the shadow has given me enough of a bad feeling that I'm going to cast Armor of Agathist on myself. But I'll probably still be keep riding. I won't be slowing down.
Man, let me get over to the monster manual for this thing. There's Xanathars. There's monster manual. Let's see here and get up into D's. Ooh, yes. Right there. And don't want Okay. Yeah, I'll go with this one. Right here. And so you cast that. This, let's see here. And he'll come, this black flying lizard-like thing comes swooping down about, what's his speed? 40 feet? Okay. Oh, 80 feet for flying. Okay. About 30 feet above you. He's coming and doing a strafe run and breathing this liquid out at you, and make a dex saving throw.
Okay. Ooh, not good. 4.
4. Oh,
yeah.
Okay. And it hits you. And take well, let's see here. Let me roll this off of here. And then I'll take the lower value. What is that? That's D8. So let me get to D8. And right there. Yeah, there's no additional on that one. Okay. And this gooey liquid that comes spewing out hits you. What was that? Oh, okay. And you take I don't want to do that. You'll take 20 points of acid damage.
Right. As a reaction, can I use my Hellish Rebuke?
Yeah, yeah, I believe so. If is he in range of your hellish rebuke?
That is a good question. Let's find out. It's a 60-foot range. Is
Yes,
he within
he's
that?
in range. Yes, he's in range. You can use it.
Okay. Okay, so he needs to do a DC 15 dex save himself.
Okay. Let's see here. So, there, and on his dex saves, what does he get? Okay. He got a 12.
Right. So he takes 14 fire damage.
Fire?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And okay. Okay. And let me see. Can he? Let me see. He will. That's a 0, and I need a D6. So we'll do it this way. All right, he can't recharge. He hasn't recharged his breath weapon. So he'll come down and he will try to hit with, he's swinging about and going to make a swing. Batter with his the claw attack from there. And $18 hit you?
Oh, yes.
All right. Take I'll do this. See if I don't want to do something, but that's what D6. D6. 2. That's a. Oh, you got the average 11 points of damage. Slashing.
Right. Okay.
Okay, and it's up to you now.
Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is use my bonus action, and I'm going to use 3 of my D6s to cast Healing Light on myself to try and regain some hit points.
Okay.
Because I am hurting quite bad. That gave me... Oh, that's not too bad. 12 back.
All right.
Okay, so that was my bonus action. My main action, I'm going to use my last spell slot, and I'm going to cast Guiding Bolt on it.
All right.
And... Ooh. Right, it was a 27 to hit.
That a hit?
And it is a total of... Yeah, my add-in's crap today. 41 damage.
All right. What are you doing for your movement?
For my movement, I am going to back away from the beast as far as I can.
All right, so you spurring the horse on faster further down the road, right?
Yes.
All right. And let's take a peek here. Yeah, so that would... And yeah, well, let me share this here again.
All right, then we'll take you up this way, shall we?
Yeah, and you'll be getting about right here. And with the horse and all, so you have idea, you're just in sights of Illumina. And all of a sudden they see that. First the dragon will see about striking at you with another there. So let's get up here. Come on. And let's. Does a 10 hit you?
No, thankfully.
All right. He misses, and he's kind of swerving off, and you see overhead 3 big ballista arrows come shooting over your head and towards this black dragon. And you see that he swerves. And let's see here. We'll see if any of those may hit. And I'll give them a +3. And let's see here. Oh, I should have done those as separates. Let me see here. Drop that so I can see how they were. Ooh, 2 will hit. Well, actually, all 3 will hit because that's +3 onto there. So all 3, 54 points. Yes, he gets hit and he flies off back from the direction that he came, and he is. You can see that he's hurting. He's having a hard time staying in the air. That's 54. Wow. That was a pretty good hit for them.
I'm gonna save my bacon, I think.
All right. And he flies off back in the direction that he came from, and such. So there we have. You come to the gates, and they're saying, "Why do you bring this black dragon to Illumina? Haven't we had enough dragon problems?"
We're about to have a whole lot more if you don't let me speak to the council.
And who are you? And speak to them about what? They don't just speak to anybody.
Yeah, I'm Lycos. I'm with the UAG, and I've got grave news. The temple in the swamp might be under attack at any moment. We need to get reinforcements out there.
All right, they'll let you on in, and they'll have one of the guards take you to the council chamber, and they'll ask, "What's this dire news that you say?" Oh, you guys always from the UAG are talking about this dire news or that. And if it ain't the UAG, it's over here from the Dust Shroud. Or don't say that. And then over here at this other mercenary guild, and the merchants are always complaining that they're being harassed and their goods are being stolen. So what's this dire news that you consider, and you think that the guild, Unnamed Adventurers Guild, considers as dire?
Right. I will explain the whole situation to him, but because of his tone, I am going to do it using hopefully my best acting impersonations, doing all the KOBOLD voices, and I'm going to do all of the guard voices that I've heard for long enough to really push home the fact that this is really, really probably quite an imminent threat. And
roll me a performance check with disadvantage.
With disadvantage, okay.
Yes. Because they're all tired of hearing all this whining about this and that. So they kind of have their ears turned off somewhat.
I rolled with disadvantage 17.
17. And they'll turn and they'll say, "Okay. So you say the Dark Queen is looking to that take over the temple.
Yep. I went through a portal and I wound up right on the doorstep. The attack could come without you even seeing it.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure.
What proof do you have?
Well, what proof do I have?
I don't
Let's
know.
see.
What proof do you have other than your word
Well,
about what happened?
how's about the fact that a big giant ass dragon just tried to stop me from getting this message through to you?
Well, that may give it some weight as far as that. And then in through the council doors come swinging open, and everybody's looking up like they're looking for some big human that or orc that come busting on through. But down on the towards the floor, you see PINCUS coming through, saying, Lycos, what's the news? I sent you, and I haven't heard. What's going on?
Well, it's bad. It's really, really bad. And I tell the story again, and each time I tell it, the facts are all accurate. There's no embellishing there, but the acting's getting more and more exaggerated with each performance.
Okay. And PINCUS will say, I sent him on a mission weeks ago there to find out and secure information about the rumors up in the Dark Queen's old lair. If he has this to say, then we need to prepare for it now. And the council will go ahead and mumble and grumble. There will be a couple that are pushing against it, but most of them will be getting on board. And they'll say, send out a platoon of guards to the temple to protect it and prepare the battlements just in case. And give this man some honors for such hard tragedy. And they'll go ahead and give you 2 platinum pieces and a medal that says in servitude of Illumina.
Yay! I will wear it with pride. He likes Illumina, does like us, so yeah, so you'll be beaming at that.
So we'll go ahead and we'll end it there, and then back at the UAG, we'll have to step on. We got a lot of different things that are happening in the background that this all plays on into and such.
Yeah.
If you want to give any shout outs to anybody, any organization and whatnot, feel free to. Hopefully you enjoyed this, even though we had some technical glitches.
Yeah, it's been a really fun time, definitely. So I've got no shout outs to specific organizations or anything, but just a big thank you to you, Charles, because it's much appreciated. I know you were hoping for more than one person, but it's still been really fun on my end. So thank you very much.
All right, great. And here again, I want to just, from my perspective, want to give a thanks to Casey Rift there, who has allowed us to participate in the KOBOLD Con, and Ian Christensen and the OSG there, the one-shot group. Also, don't forget that the European theater or continent has also a European-centric OSG that's there with Ian White, and so that does a lot of great things and great games on European time frames. And there again, just to give the UAG a shout out and the world of Areawood, And just a great big thanks to the community in whole for allowing us to embark upon this and on your time. And with that, we bid you a fair adieu. If you can't roll 20s, then roll crit ones with style and class. Have a fine day and a better weekend.